It's been a while since I've been wanting to do this clip here for a while, and it's just a little short clip of when I was in Puebla in the beginning of August in the year of our Lord 2024. And it was my last day of my Mexico trip. I'd been there for 2 weeks, mostly in Veracruz, to visit a couple of places I haven't been before, like Orizaba, and stayed in Jalapa. And the main theme of the trip, or the main thing, it was that my uncle was renewing his wedding vows, and I just so happened to be at the original wedding that 35 years ago, and we went back, and it was a great time. It was hot. It's at the basin of the Papaloapan River in the lowlands of Veracruz there. It's the nearest city. It's between sort of Veracruz, the city, and Coatzacoalcos, where Salma Hayek was born. Somewhere in between there, inland from the Gulf a little bit. That's where Cosamaloapan is. And it was a great time. So one of the things that I do is I don't like flying out of Mexico City. I prefer to fly out of Puebla. The airport is a lot smaller, a lot less people, a lot less crowded, a lot easier to get through, and it's basically the same amount of time it's just overall easier. It's got its pros and cons, but I recommend people flying in and out of Puebla instead of in and out of Mexico City from Tijuana. Now what we're doing here is, I've known that there is a photographer that shoots in front of that cathedral, and he's been doing it for 30 years. And one of the things I wanted to do was have my portrait taken by him. One of the things though, by this time I am very sick. I don't like air conditioning, and even though it's hot, I'm always sweating there. The humidity is out of control, and the AC was on full blast in the bus and in the other place I was at, so I got sick. So right now I saw a sign for chicken soup, and I'm on my way to find it. So it just happens to be this way, on the way, kind of in the same vicinity, and you'll see. But that's the main cathedral. That cathedral is absolutely gorgeous. And there's the old man I'm looking for. His name is Don Demetrio, and he's been there for 30 years. There's a couple of snippets on him, but there's a full documentary needs to be done on him. And I have a short conversation with him here, but I really wish I had, one, I wasn't so sick, and two, I wish I just had more time to talk to him, and brought proper audio. As you can probably hear the wind.
Let me see if he's still there. Last time he was here, but I didn't have any money to give him to take my picture.
Yeah, I was thinking that he shot. I was thinking he was still shooting Polaroids, but much to my surprise, he's modernized a little bit and leveled out his overall cost. But there he is.
Ah, nos está revelando.
Sí.
Ah, qué suave.
Una rosa buena. Es que no me deja pasar.
He was, I thought he was developing a photo, and technically he was. He carries around a little small printer in there. The camera's digital. And he takes a shot, takes a card out, puts it in the printer, and he prints out the picture. But he doesn't move around as much anymore, so got to get it in place. I wanted to get video of him taking a picture of me, and I just happened to get lucky with the camera placement, and it actually comes out in the picture. He has to adjust a little bit because I'm too tall.
¿Cuántos años tiene aquí? Fotografiando. ¿Cuánto? 30 años.
I asked him how long he's been there.
Yo vengo desde
30 years.
San Diego, California, al sur de Los
Estados
Ángeles.
Unidos.
Sí.
Allá en Estados Unidos hacen estas cosas.
No tan como quisiera, o sea que así como que se pone alguien para tomar fotos, ok, yo que tenga 30 años.
He asked me if in the United States they do things like this, basically take pictures.
Se hacen en otro lado del país.
And I tell him that at least I don't see anybody on the West Coast doing it, but I don't. Who knows? Maybe in the East Coast, there's photographers in Manhattan doing it.
Me imagino.
I asked him back in the day if he shot on film and he developed it right then and there. I'm sure with some sort of Polaroid back on a 4x5. Back in '86, we took a picture in front of the Cathedral in Mexico City, and the guy who took a picture used a 4x5. I didn't know it back then, but now I know that he used a 4x5 with a Polaroid back to it.
50 pesos. You can see my little camera that I put down, but I don't even know how much I got of him taking a picture of me, but that's what it is.
I like your nails. They look good.
I'm gonna go eat some soup first and then go on my wayward son.
You know, being a photographer, this is very sentimental to me. I mean, I've been wanting to do this, but I get very emotional trying to do this because that could very easily be me in 30 years, sitting in front of the cathedral, making photographs of portraits of people coming by who still want their portrait taken by a photographer. The amount of people he's photographed must be insane. And the amount of the documentary he needs to have a website. He needs to have all these people up and running, or up on and shown on the galleries and displayed. I mean, that's a body of work that must be impressive. 30 years of portraits. That is something else. And I wish I could one day maybe have the opportunity to see if we can archive his photos.